Are you Kegeling? Are you Kegeling correctly? When should you not Kegel? Let's talk about it. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe for this channel and also like this video so you can stay notified when I release videos just like this one. Welcome to your guide to mastering Kegel exercises. Whether you're looking to basically improve your bladder control, enhance sexual pleasure, or basically support your pelvic health, Kegels can be a game changer. First, let's understand the pelvic floor. These are muscles that are at the bottom of that big bowl. So remember, there's a big bowl, and these muscles support things like your bladder, your organs, and your bowels. When you have weak pelvic floor muscles, it can lead to issues like urinary incontinence, which is leaking, organ prolapse, or even decreased sexual sensation or enjoyment. All right, guys, so let's find these muscles. So before you can even like strengthen them, you need to know where they are. So imagine you're trying to stop the flow of urine or basically prevent passing gas. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. See if you can feel them. Do you feel them? The muscles you're engaging basically is your pelvic floor muscles. So let's look at this graphic, guys. When you look at this graphic, you can see there's the urethra, there's your anus. You're going to squeeze those muscles up and in. See how they're kind of drawing up and in towards your body? Those muscles are what's supporting. Now look at the inside view. The inside view, you can see these muscles are literally lifting up and in. All right, so here's how you can check to see if you're actually like doing this correctly. So I want you to wash your hands really, really, really well. Take a hand mirror. Yeah, I know it can be kind of weird to kind of take a hand mirror and look down below, but if you don't know if you're doing this right, and in my experience, a lot of people actually are not Kegling correctly. They think they're actually squeezing up and in when all in actuality, they're pushing down and away, or they're squeezing their legs together, or they're just squeezing their butt, squeezing everything just to try to activate because these muscles are typically extremely weak for most people. So what you want to do is take your hand mirror and look, do you see your anus closing? Do you see these muscles kind of pulling up and in towards you? If you don't, there is a way that you can check this internally. So stay here. Don't get off the video. I know it seems kind of crazy, but you can wash your hands again. Make sure your hands are clean. You're going to insert your thumb internally like this. And what you're going to see is you're going to squeeze up and in. You're going to see this muscle, if this muscle rises towards you or falls. Then you're going to check at a different spot. You can come here kind of a little more sideways, squeeze, see if it rises and falls. And then I really want you to check both sides because the other side may be a little different. So you're going to squeeze, see if it rises and falls, and then check a little bit more back, squeeze, and see if it rises and falls. You want to know a little fun fact? One side may actually be stronger than the other side. Yeah, one side actually may squeeze and be stronger because here, do you have a stronger leg? Your left leg may be stronger than your right leg. Your left arm may be stronger than your right arm. It's not uncommon for these things to be a little lopsided. So check and see if one side's moving more than the other. And if you see that you're definitely squeezing correctly and everything's moving great, awesome. We're going to talk about how to do these Kegels and how to like implement them into your regimen. But if not, we may have to look and see, should we be Kegling? So that brings me to my next point. So when should you not be Kegling? This is probably the number one thing most people are shocked by because they're like, what do you mean I shouldn't be Kegling? Well, if you're having pain or tenderness, or if these muscles aren't even activating correctly, sometimes it may just be because these muscles are shortened. What does shorten mean? So remember whenever I told you to check inside to see? What you can do is actually give it a little press with your thumb. Press down, kind of swipe that thumb over like this. If you have pain or it's not rising and falling, no matter what side, I want you to check both sides, you may not be needing to Kegel. So think about it this way. So let's just use like a bicep curl. So I have a weight, I'm doing a bicep curl and I'm bringing it up and then I'm letting it go. If I'm unable to fully do this range of motion and I'm doing bicep curls, but I'm only staying in this position, am I doing a good functional movement there? Is it going to be completely beneficial to this muscle to have no range of motion? Absolutely not. So you need to basically lengthen these muscles and have full length of these muscles so that you're able to fully perform this correctly. Same thing goes with your pelvic floor. The Kegeling, if you're unable to fully do that, the Kegeling will not be effective and you're not going to get as good of a strength and you're going to limit yourself and ultimately probably give yourself some more pain. So when you check these muscles and you're pressing, if you're feeling tenderness anywhere in these muscles whenever you're pushing, what you want to do is look for my video on kind of using a different tool to kind of help relieve these muscles, which will kind of address that. But if you're not that person, let's go ahead and let's talk about how to do these exercises and do them correctly. All right, now that you know where these muscles are and how to actually activate them, it's time to start practicing. So we're going to practice contracting them and then letting them go and relaxing. So you can do this sitting, you can do this lying down, just basically anywhere that's comfortable. In fact, I'm Kegling right now and you have no idea, right? It's kind of funny. You can do this wherever. So let's first take a second and breathe. Relax everything down below. Get everything just nice and relaxed. What I want you to do is do a good inhale deep. And as you exhale, I want you to gently squeeze those muscles up and in. So breathe in. And as you breathe out, squeeze those muscles. Think about lifting them up and in as if you're trying to lift a small object with your vagina or your anus, or basically think about sucking through a straw if you're trying to think about pulling up and in with that straw. So the most important thing is not to engage your abdomen, your glutes, your legs. You want this all to be isolated purely to your pelvic floor. So take a second. Let's breathe again. Let's go. And as you exhale, squeeze up and in. I want you to hold it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let go completely. Okay, like with any exercise, y'all, consistency is obviously key. I want you to aim for holding this I want you to do about 10 reps of these or 20 repetitions of these. So at first, 10 repetitions may fatigue you and you might get really tired, and that's fine. This is not this is not a race, y'all. This is a marathon. So you're working towards an end goal of having really good pelvic floor strength and endurance. So hold it for 5 seconds and then release for 5 seconds. Again, that 5 second rest between your repetitions is super important because some people will Kegel and they never fully relax. If you feel like if you're really not fully relaxed, go ahead and increase that rest time to 10 seconds. That's totally fine. So squeeze up and then hold it for 5 seconds. And then you're going to relax for 5 to 10 seconds. I want you to do 10 repetitions of these. As that gets easier, increase it to 20 repetitions of these, guys. Okay, so another thing you can do are quick Kegels. This is another one that's really easy to do. I really like to recommend to do this one in the car. You're at a stoplight. See if you can knock out 10 to 20 repetitions of these while you're at the stoplight. So you get the stop, the light stops, you're at the light. I want you to squeeze for a second, relax for a second, squeeze for a second, relax for a second. See if you can get 10 of these in, or see if you can get 20 of these in. It's a quick little exercise. You can do it at every second, or you can even do it while you're watching television at a commercial. Squeeze for a second, relax for a second. Heck, while you're watching TV, you can do the long ones as well, the 5 second hold. Let's review. Kegeling, 5 second hold, 5 second rest. I want you to do 10 times, working yourself up to 20. Then I want you to do, as that gets super duper easy, I want you to increase that up to 10 second hold. So you're going to hold for 10 seconds and then relax for 5 seconds. Work that up to 20 repetitions. So again, start with 10 repetitions, increase it to 20. Then do the quick ones. The quick ones, again, I said was super easy to do throughout the day. You're just going to squeeze 1 second, relax a second, squeeze a second, relax a second. You're going to do about 10 repetitions of these, up to 20 repetitions of these, just to get everything working. Then I want you to do a long hold. I want you to squeeze up and in and hold for a full minute if you can, and then let go completely. I want you to try to do about 5 of those a day. So with regular practice and patience, you can master the Kegel. Okay, so reap all the benefits of the strong and healthy pelvic floor, whether you're preventing leaks or basically want to enhance your intimacy or even just support overall pelvic health. Your body will literally thank you for the extra attention. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have any questions, use the comment section below. Let's talk about what's working for you. What may not be working? Are you feeling those Kegels? Do you need more help? comment below and let's talk about it. Have a great day, y'all, and stay well.